Evening, everyone. I'm actually from the West Coast, so I'm based in Kelowna, but I'm from Saskatchewan, but I do have a staff in Toronto. So anybody from Saskatchewan here? Nice. I always feel better when you're in the crowd. So we're going to just take a sort of a different approach. So I'm just going to ask everyone to just sort of put your legs down if you've got your legs crossed. I want you just to take a minute. I want you to put down your device if you have one. I know. We're at TechTO, I know. Okay, so we are going to make a case for the unconventional. Do you believe that that is you? So just take a little quick scan around the room right now, and I want you to try to find someone in the room that's wearing the exact same outfit that you are, apart from TechTO. Okay, so if you notice, what is magical about this is that there's very few of us that are actually wearing the exact same thing. So when we talk about technology and we talk about innovation, and the previous speaker, which was really great from South Africa, talked about how many things we can replicate in our technology experience because we can make it multiple times. But yet, a human being we cannot. So the question I have to ask all of you, what is your problem to solve? Now, this isn't the greatest widget or the SaaS for this or the Uber for that. That's not really interesting, just as an FYI. But everything up to this point has been your secret sauce. Something in your life has plagued you, taken you places, things you have witnessed, countries we are from, like Walter from Italy. Everything in your life has prepared you for this exact moment. So the question is, do you believe it is your problem to solve? That's fundamental to all of this, because you are giving the absolute unconventional solution just based on who you are right now in this moment. So the question is, do you believe that it is your problem to solve? Third question, how would you solve it? Now, there are plenty of examples in the world today of many things that we can replicate. However, how you would solve it is completely unique, because you are completely unique, and the problem has come to you. Now, we can look all through our social media. I'm a mom of two. I have a 13 and a 9-year-old. I know absolutely nothing about technology, yet I own a tech startup, and I founded it in Saskatchewan. My mother works at Shoppers Drug Mart, been there 35 years. I was a child of the village. I was raised from families from Afghanistan, to Cree families, to families from Germany, to families from Ukrainian, and I got to observe their families. And I was a true child of the village. And so when we look at technology, we see that we are needed in technology, not to create the next billion-dollar startup, but we're here to solve problems that are unique to you. That's what we're here to do. This is a serious world. We have serious problems to solve, and we need every single person in this room to look at their secret sauce, to look at their own recipe, to then decide that they're going to use their life to solve a problem. I will tell you this. You have been given absolutely all the knowledge that you will ever need right now at this given moment to solve it. Do you believe me? I'll tell you how this looks. I'll give you a little bit of our example of our own life. I decided when I was young that I was going to make a virtual phone in a kitchen by the time I got older, because I really wanted families. And I felt that families were disconnected. So I said, I'm going to make a virtual phone in a kitchen. Some of us remember what that was like. I felt that families were disconnected, and since I was raised by a village of families, I thought I should solve that. I felt the best way to solve that was by creating Mazu. Now, I didn't know the how. We work in professional sports. If you had told me that I would end up finding my solution there, I would have said forget about it. I believe that our solution is to awaken families with love. How would I ever know that? Well, when I was a child, I really wanted a family, and I didn't have one. And I felt that other families should have it too. So that was my problem to solve. The how was shown to me. The how is shown to me by the family at Mazu. So if you're thinking about what is unconventional, if you're thinking about that you need to go find the next billion startup, if you're thinking that the who's who that we currently see of their solutions is actually what you should be solving, you are wrong. The answer lies in your unique DNA. The problem is already in your story. The recipe is in everything that you are witnessing right up to this point. So for me, I'm a girl from Saskatchewan raised by a village. I'm a diehard Detroit Tiger fan. I went to Oprah based on my story. I have a zero tech background, and I was born to solve this problem, so I decided to write a book about that. And that's a little about me. Thanks. Any questions? Yeah.
So you're talking a lot about, like what your problem is and it's unique to you.
Yep.
How did you go about thinking about it if you looked at the marketplace and there was already a great company that was solving that problem that you felt was unique to you? Would you join that company, or would you, go and do your startup, do your nonprofit? How would you go about thinking about that?
Well, I think there's lots of solutions that are out there that may replicate the problem that you're solving, and I think that's really up to you. Do you think they're solving it as great as you would do it? Do you think they're doing a great job?
Well, no. That's why I
Yeah. So I think you will find examples where you can join that, or you can be part of that, or you want to work from that. I think the more important question to ask, quite honestly, is that what are you going to waste your time doing? So you only have so much time in this world. You only have so much opportunity. But at the same time, you would spend your time doing something that is not completely at your core in your DNA. And that's what baffles me, I think, the most about technology startups, to be honest, is that they want to replicate something that already exists. They want to make another billion-dollar company when everything that they already have within themselves is something that they're supposed to solve. But chances are you're not solving it, and no one's going to solve it how you solve it. And that's how I felt. I did look at the marketplace. I thought about my kids being exposed to what they were being exposed to, and I thought that there was no responsibility and accountability. So I decided to make it. And for my fellow sisters in the room, we as women solve problems very differently. We absolutely do. And anybody who's married can actually attest to that. And we as women really do have to solve problems in a specific way that's to our DNA. We don't need to solve problems like men would. That doesn't help us. We need to solve them how women do.
Last question.
Walter's from Italy. He's here as a Catholic school teacher we met in the break.
Hi. Well, thanks for the introduction.
My pleasure.
Well, one thing that we have in common is that we both know zip about technology. Now, if you have this urge to solve the problem that's eating at you, but you don't have your tribe, you don't have the technology, the capital, and the management workforce. Where do you find these people?
Where did I find the people?
Yeah.
Well, it was really, really difficult, and it took actually a great deal of time. I've been through a lot of people on this journey to decide to sort of solve this problem. I think that you need to really find people that actually share in your core mission statement. Our core mission statement is to awaken families with love. And so my tribe, my people, often believe in that. 3 of them are sitting beside you right now that also work here in Toronto, is to find a shared core value. That's fundamentally the most important thing. The skill sets aside, the most important thing is to work with people that share your core value, because that you can't teach. Everything else is teachable, but that is not. And it's really difficult. I have a very large pot of money that I say no to. It's currently sitting at $12 million. And that's money that I've said no to because they don't match my core value. And so you can't compromise it. And so the same thing with your people. When you're solving a big problem that's born to you, that's core to who you are as a human being, that you feel you need to bring that to life, they have to share your core value. They may not share your vision, and that may not be their problem they're solving today, but ultimately they need to match who they are inside, and that fundamentally you can never teach.